she shouted. I deserve better than this. After I refused to fund her startup, I said, you're right. What she got in her inbox the next morning wasn't what she expected. 32 male. I've been with Tessa, 29, for 2.5 years. We don't live together yet. She has her apartment. I have mine. Always thought that was a green flag, you know? Independence and all that. I work in logistics management. Not glamorous, but it pays well. About $95K a year plus bonuses. Tessa works in marketing for a small wellness brand. Makes maybe $45K. The pay gap never bothered me. We split dates proportionally. I cover more expensive stuff. She handles her own bills. Worked fine. 6 months ago, Tessa started talking about her big idea. A subscription box service for sustainable beauty products. She'd been working on it nights and weekends. I was supportive, helped her with spreadsheets, gave feedback on her website mockups, even connected her with my buddy who works in fulfillment. 3 weeks ago, she hit me with the ask. We were at dinner, this nice Italian place. She pulls out this whole presentation on her phone. Professional deck and everything. So I need $50K to launch properly, she says. I almost choked on my breadstick. That's a lot. It's actually conservative. Most startups need at least $100K, but I've been smart about it. Okay, so how are you raising it? Well, I figured you could invest. Me? Yes. You be my angel investor. I'd give you 20% equity. I set down my fork. Tessa, I don't have $50K just sitting around. You make almost $100K a year. Before taxes. And I have rent, car payment, student loans, retirement savings. You have savings, though. She wasn't wrong. I had about $70K saved. Took me 8 years to build that up. That's my emergency fund and house down payment. This is an emergency. This is my dream. Your dream isn't my financial emergency. Her face changed. Wow. So you don't believe in me. I believe in you. I don't believe in emptying my savings for a business that might not work. Might not work? I've done the research. I have suppliers lined up. I just need capital, then get a business loan, or find actual investors. Banks won't lend without collateral, and investors want too much equity. But 20% from me is fine. You're my boyfriend. We're building a future together. Are we? Because you're asking me to destroy my financial future for your business. She stood up. I can't believe you're being this selfish. Selfish? I've supported you every step dash. Emotional support doesn't pay suppliers. I need a partner who actually invests in US. This isn't about us. This is about your business. That's when she shouted it. Right there in the restaurant. I deserve better than this. Better than some guy who hoards his money while I struggle to achieve my dreams. People were staring. The waiter was frozen mid-step. I stood up, threw cash on the table for the bill. You're right. You do deserve better. And I left. She blew up my phone that night. Messages ranging from apologies to accusations. I didn't respond to any of them, but I did do something else. Update 1. After the restaurant incident, Tessa went into overdrive. Not apologizing, no. That would be too simple. She went on a campaign to prove I was wrong and she was right. First, she sent me a spreadsheet showing how our combined income could easily support the loan payments if the business failed. Our income. We don't even live together, but she's already calculating my salary into her business plan. Then came the guilt trips. Screenshots of other couples where one supported the other's dreams. Articles about how real partners take risks together. A particularly manipulative one about how men who don't invest in their girlfriend's dreams don't deserve successful women. Her best friend Mallory started texting me. Tessa's crying every day. She just needs someone to believe in her. It's just money, you can make more. Just money, right? But here's where it gets interesting. Remember I mentioned I help her with spreadsheets? Well, I still had access to the shared Google Drive where she kept her business plans. She never removed me. So I'm looking through it, trying to understand if maybe I was being too harsh. And I find something odd. There's an expenses sheet that doesn't match what she showed me. The one in her presentation showed $50K going to inventory, website development, marketing, and fulfillment setup. But this other sheet, $15K was marked for consultant fees to someone named Brixton Lowe. Who the hell is Brixton Lowe? Quick LinkedIn search. Lifestyle coach and entrepreneurship guru. I kid you not. This man's whole profile is motivational quotes over sunset photos. His website offers a quantum success blueprint for $15,000. $15,000 for a PDF and 12 Zoom calls. But gets better. I check his testimonials page. There's Tessa with a quote. Brixton changed my life. His guidance is worth every penny. Can't wait to level up with his platinum program. She'd already paid him something. The platinum program was the $15K. So she wasn't asking me for $50K for her business. She was asking me to pay for $15K of guru nonsense, plus $35K for actual business expenses. I screenshot everything, but I don't confront her yet. Instead, I do more digging. This Brixton guy has an interesting history. 5 failed businesses, 2 bankruptcies, an FTC complaint for misleading income claims. All public record. Then I checked Tessa's suppliers she claimed to have lined up. I know one of them through work, Eco Beauty Wholesale. I give my contact their call. Oh, Tessa? Yeah, she reached out. We quoted her minimum orders. She said she'd get back to us with a deposit. That was 3 months ago. No suppliers actually lined up. Just quotes she gathered. The website she showed me? Template from Squarespace. The mockups? Canva Pro. Nothing actually built. Her entire ready-to-launch business was smoke and mirrors. And she wanted me to pay $50K for it. That night, she showed up at my apartment. Update 2. She was at my door at 9 p.m., dressed up like she was going to a business meeting. Full makeup, blazer, the works. We need to talk like adults, she said. I let her in. Big mistake. She had a new presentation, this time printed and bound. She'd clearly spent money on this. I've restructured the investment opportunity, she said, sitting on my couch uninvited. Instead of 20% equity, I'm offering 40%. And you'll be listed as co-founder. Tessa Dash. Wait, let me finish. I've also extended the ROI timeline to be more realistic. You'll see returns within 2 years instead of 1. You haven't addressed the actual problems. What problems? I've doubled your equity. The fact that $15K is going to a life coach. The fact that you lied about having suppliers ready. The fact that your entire business is theoretical. Her face went pale. You went through my files? The shared drive you gave me access to? Yeah, that's a violation of trust. So is lying about what you need money for. Brixton is essential to my success. He's guiding my mindset. He's a scam artist with 2 bankruptcies. You don't understand entrepreneurship. Sometimes you have to invest in yourself. With my money? With our money. We're partners. No, we're dating. And you're asking me to fund your life coach. She switched tactics. Tears appeared. I'm drowning, okay? I already paid Brixton $5K for his basic program. I'm maxed out my credit cards. If I don't pay the rest, I lose everything I've already invested. How did you pay him $5K when you make $45K a year? Silence. Tessa. I borrowed from my 401K. Jesus Christ. I had to. This is my dream. And now I need the Platinum program to make it work. The Platinum program is a scam. You're just like everyone else. My parents, my friends, nobody believes in me. I believed in you until you tried to scam me too. That's when she said it. I deserve better than this. Better than a boyfriend who won't even help when I'm desperate. I thought you loved me. I do love you, which is why I won't enable this. Enable? I'm not an addict. You're addicted to this guru's BS. And you want me to fund your habit. She grabbed her presentation and stood up. You'll regret this. When my business is worth millions and you're still working your boring job, you'll beg to be part of it. Okay, I'm giving you one last chance. Invest now, or we're done. Then we're done. She stared at me, like she couldn't believe I'd called her bluff. Fine, but I want compensation for my emotional labor in this relationship. You've wasted 2.5 years of my prime dating years. What? I could have been with someone who actually supports me. You owe me damages. I actually laughed. Good luck with that. She stormed out, but not before saying, check your email tomorrow. My lawyer will be in touch. Her lawyer, right? That night, I did something I probably shouldn't have. But I was pissed. I knew Tessa was part of several entrepreneurship Facebook groups. She'd shown me posts before. I also knew she'd been bragging there about her upcoming launch and her investor meetings. So I created a throwaway account, and I posted in those groups. Not about Tessa specifically, just a warning about Brixton Lowe, with screenshots of his bankruptcies, failed businesses, and FTC complaint. Tag it #ScamAlert, #GuruScam, do your research. The post went mini viral in that niche community. 200 shares overnight. Then I did one more thing. I emailed Brixton directly. From my throwaway email. Subject line, Tessa Rainier, unable to pay remaining balance. The email was simple. Mr. Lowe, I'm a concerned friend of Tessa Rainier. She's borrowed money from multiple sources to pay for your program, but cannot secure the remaining $15K. She's considering legal action to recover her initial $5K payment since she cannot complete the program. Thought you should know. Was it true? No. Was it ethical? Probably not. Did I care? Also no. The next morning, Tessa checked her email, but it wasn't from a lawyer. Final update. So Tessa woke up to an email from Brixton Lowe. He was canceling her enrollment in all programs and refunding her $5K to avoid any complications. He'd apparently rather give back the money than deal with potential legal drama. But that wasn't the only email. 3 other people from her entrepreneur groups had messaged her. They'd seen the viral post about Brixton and wanted to know if she was one of his victims. One woman shared that she'd lost $20K to him last year. Another said she was starting a class action lawsuit. Tessa called me screaming. You did this. Did what? The post about Brixton. The email to him. I know it was you. I don't know what you're talking about. He refunded my money but banned me from his programs. I needed his guidance. Sounds like he did you a favor. I can't launch without him. If you can't launch without a guru, you shouldn't launch at all. You've ruined everything. My reputation in the groups is destroyed. Everyone thinks I'm a victim. Aren't you? I'm an entrepreneur. You're unemployed. What? Mallory called me. Said you quit your job last week to focus on the business. Is that true? Silence. Tessa. I had to. I couldn't build my empire while working for someone else. Your empire that has no inventory, no website, and no money? I would have had money if you weren't so selfish. And now you have no job, no business, and no relationship. We could still work this out, Dash. I hung up, but she wasn't done. Over the next week, she tried everything. Showed up at my work, security escorted her out. Sent her mom to talk to me. I politely declined and closed the door. Created a GoFundMe for her business. Raised $230, mostly from her aunt. Posted on LinkedIn about toxic partners who sabotage female entrepreneurs. No names, but obvious. Tried to get Mallory to seduce me so she could claim I cheated. Mallory told me immediately she was sick of Tessa's drama. The last straw was when she actually went to a lawyer. A real one this time, who sent me a letter demanding $50K for breach of implied financial contract and intentional infliction of emotional distress. I forwarded it to my cousin, who's an attorney. He laughed, called it the most ridiculous demand letter he'd ever seen. He sent back a response outlining that. 1. No contract existed. 2. Her own messages showed she was attempting fraud. 3. We had documentation of her lies about the business. 4. Any further contact would result in harassment charges. That shut it down. Last I heard from Mallory, Tessa had moved back with her parents. Still posting about her coming soon business. Still blaming me for her failure. Got a new boyfriend last week. Some crypto guy who promises to properly invest in her vision. Good luck to him. Me? I put an extra $5K in my savings last month. On track to buy that house next year. Dating someone new. A teacher who thinks my boring job is actually pretty cool and has never once asked me to fund anything except pizza on Fridays. Funny thing though, yesterday I got a LinkedIn notification. Brixton Lowe viewed my profile, then blocked me. Guess he figured out who sent that email after all. Worth it.